Hello, I am Angela from Chaotic Neutral and Dog and technically Cat, but main thing, I'm Angela. This will be the second update to my Pan That slash Those palette slash eyeshadows. So I just combined in one video two project pans related to eyeshadows. So the Pan That palette and the Pan Those eyeshadows. I will start with the Pan That palette. Sorry this video is late. I am a first year teacher and it is a struggle. I am emotionally dependent on this coffee right now, so you might see me sipping it a lot throughout the video. But let me begin with the Pan That palette. I am just impressed with myself that I got any progress done this past February. I also filmed my first update late, and February is a shorter month, and I didn't do makeup all this past week except for just now because it's been insanity. Let's start with the Pan That palette. I'm panning just a bunch of singles that I've thrown together that already have pan in them, so technically I'm not panning, I am finishing them. Here's my Pan That palette, not these four down here. I did a video, my last video, you can check it out. It's just like a chill video where I'm picking my single eyeshadows for my trip to visit my parents, and I just haven't gotten around to putting these back where they need to be. My Pan That palette is all of these shadows up here. I have Kezzy, which is a Juvia's Place shadow, Jamocha, ColourPop, whatever, it's fancy or something, from Too Faced, Edge from Anastasia, Cypress Umber from Anastasia, Too Faced, ColourPop, Tarte, ColourPop. So I hit pan on all of these in the past, and now I'm just trying to expand the pan. Some of these I got zero use on. I got zero use on Edge, Shelia, and Thank You Next. Everything else has 1 or 2 uses except for Kezzy. Kezzy has 9 uses. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of use out of it. I wasn't able to do my nails as much this past month as well, so I didn't get use out of these ones down here as much, which is fine, and I've just not been in a neutrally mood. I've really been inspired by my Pan Those eyeshadows. The color stories the past couple months have been so much fun for me, so I haven't had to reach into these to help support my Pan Those eyeshadows. So that's my Pan That palette. Really easy update. Let's say maybe some goals. I would like to get more than 1 use on all of these. That'd be great. There's no way I'm gonna be able to finish them if every month I only get 1 use on them. So let's try to do at least 2 uses on all of these, and I'll see how that goes. For my Pan Those eyeshadows, I have 6 shadows, and I always start with the ones that I used the least these past months. The one I used the least is in this Orange Glad palette. It's actually a repressed shadow that was a Juvia's Place shadow called Zakia. I depotted the Magic Mini palette, but Zakia I only used 3 times this past February, this past month, and it is right here. Even though I only used it 3 times, look at that little dip going on. I'm pretty confident, I hope. Let's see if I keep being into oranges. I'm pretty confident I could hit pan on this in the next month just by looking at these other matte ColourPop pans. I feel like I am close to the pan. So here's the Zakia right now. It just has a good tone to it. I really appreciate this dark orange. I've used it 10 times in total though, including January and February, but only 3 times in February. I think 10 uses is really great, and it's looking real beat up and loved now. So I am really hopeful and confident I could hit pan on it next month, as long as it's not just 3 uses like I did this past month. But that is Zakia looking cute. But let's talk about the next one I used the least. This is Set the Jewel Tone. I obviously did not hit pan. Wow, who would have thunk? Me with dark blues not hitting pan right away. I usually use these dark shimmery blues as a nail polish because I don't like them. But this one I do like this shadow. It can lean blue, it can lean purpley. It frequently leans blue because the purple that pops out is like the shimmer up top. So you see kind of like a purpley tone to the shimmer. I love that. It feels a little, I don't want to say sophisticated, but it does feel like they put some thought into this. It looked really good with other shadow in my project called Perry. I'll talk about it later. It was a periwinkly shadow. One thing that I'm realizing with Too Faced shimmers, and I don't like the brand Too Faced, but I've noticed this with several of their shimmers. They do not crease. Like once I put them on my primer, they don't crease. I don't know if other people have come across this, but this one, a blue shimmer where almost every other brand, this color creases, this didn't crease. Doesn't crease. Like I'm used to so many brands that have this color, I'm used to them creasing. So that's still staying in the project, which is fine. I think it's cute. The next shadow I used the least was Perry. I used it 3 times and I'll take it out. Perry is a Give Me Glow single that I got. Here's Perry. Can you see that shiny pan? Yes, you can. Perry I used, like I said, only 3 times this past month, but that means I used it 10 times in total since it rolled into this project, and I hit pan on February 23rd. Perry and Set the Jewel Tone look amazing together. I love it. I would either do Set the Jewel Tone all over my lid and have Perry in the inner corner more with a Cleonad shadow called Glare, which is an iridescent blue. This was a great supporting shadow. I love you and you're leaving. So let me swatch it and put it on my other hand. You don't need to put your finger in that much. I probably could have just tapped my finger in. Wow. Yeah, the shadow's insane. And I'm done talking about you, Perry. I am done. Okay, so the next shadow we're going to talk about is Twilight Flash, which is from my ColourPop Pretty Guardian palette. That was a collaboration with Sailor Moon. Look at her, so cute. Twilight Flash is up here. You can maybe see a dip, and that's it, because it is a firmly pressed matte. I am not going to hit pan next month or maybe even the month after, because these firmly pressed shadows usually take about 40 uses or more for me, and I have only used it 17 times in total thus far. I used it 5 times last month. There's a shadow called Roxy, and if I blend it out enough, it kind of reads like Twilight Flash, so I really don't need it. I forgot to use it many times. Here it is swatched. I'll do a bigger swatch just to show. So yeah, I forgot about it every once in a while, which just tells you something. Like I don't really need it, but I'm gonna try to use it a lot more. There's Twilight Flash a bit, and it is in my look as well as Roxy. I have it more going all the way out even to here, and in my inner corner I do like using Twilight Flash to kind of bring some shadow right here, if you can even see it, because I think it just kind of like makes my eye area look a little bit bigger. Twilight Flash is good for that. It's not too dark where it looks like I made a mistake, but it does make that area a little darker for a little bit more drama. And that is Twilight Flash. It's still gonna be in. I love this color story. Oh, I'm gonna miss Perry. I'm sorry. The next shadow I want to talk about is Zero Gravity. I used it 5 times. And then there's only 2 more shadows I need to talk about. Zero Gravity and Roxy. So Zero Gravity is from my Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Storm palette. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And Zero Gravity is right here. So that is no pan, obviously. You can see some hard pan, fun. That's because I need to use a water one time, or my eyes were watering, and I put my brush with my watery eye juice into the pan, and it got a little bit of hard pan. One thing about Zero Gravity is it does have some fallout. So today I had to avoid fallout. It's currently in my outer corner right now. Oh, I didn't say. From my Pan That palette, I have Vermeer in my inner corner right now and on my brow bone. That's the only shadow I have. I don't even have Kezi in this look right now, setting my primer. I use Twilight Flash for that. I only have Vermeer for my Pan That palette in my inner corner and brow bone. Sorry. Zero Gravity rolled in last month, last update. And at first I was concerned. It's gonna take forever to hit pan on. I know that. So Twilight Flash and Zero Gravity will take so much time. But at first I was like, what do I do with this gray? And then when you look at it next to these peachy oranges, it's just gorgeous. Like, I don't think I would have ever created a palette where I would have put this gray with a peachy orange, you know? Dominique Cosmetics almost did that. You can see Zero Gravity with some oranges right here that are more rusty oranges. And now I wish like one of these was more peachy because they look so good with this gray. Shout out, honorable mention to a shadow that I used a ton this past month. I probably used it 5 or 6 times because I loved how it looked, and it's currently on my lids right now, and that's Solstice. You can see it on my finger right there. I'm gonna swatch it lower. I'm just wanting, here, I'll swatch it there. You can't even see it. Let me swatch it again. You can't even see it because of my lighting. How dare you? Well, you can see it on my lids, so there's that. We got one shadow left to talk about, and that's Roxy. So Roxy is depotted from the Subculture palette, and I have it right here. You can see a pan. It's a baby pan, but it's a pan. So let me swatch Roxy. Here's Roxy. You can see my color palette all together now. You can kind of tell how Twilight Flash is just like a lighter version of Roxy. So I was able to blend Roxy out to kind of achieve what I would have gotten if I used Twilight Flash. But these are the 2 shadows I hit pan on. These are the 4 shadows I did not hit pan on. And here's the baby over here. I used it 7 times this past month, but I only took 6 uses this past month to hit pan, which means it's 14 uses in total that it took to hit pan. And I used it extra because I really wanted to have on camera this gray peachy look. And I wanted to honestly expand the pan because the pan before today was like real tiny, and I wanted to make it a little bit bigger because it's more dramatic that way. I've been watching the show Inventing Anna, and I think I'm using the word dramatic a lot more because of that character. You're being so dramatic. I can't do the impression of her. Those are all my Pan Those Eyeshadows that I needed to talk about. And now I get to roll in 2 new shadows. I really hope that they will be cohesive with these 4 shadows. My thing that I usually do the number generator on is dead, and I don't want to charge it and wait. I have to use the Google number generator where the number is like super tiny over there, but maybe I can zoom in. I'm going from minimum 1 to max 2 to 8. It's probably not the most updated spreadsheet right now because my life is busy. When I roll in shadows, if the shadow is too close to a shadow that is already in my Pan That palette or Pan Those Eyeshadows, I don't have to accept it into my project. There's no point in trying to hit pan on 2 shadows that are the same thing, for me, in my opinion, because I won't get use out of one of those. Let's get started. Let me try to get you close so you can see the tiny number. We got 25 and 29. I don't know if you saw that. 25 and 29. Are those going to be from the same palette? Let's look. 25 is from the Main Squeeze and 29 is from the Orangey Glad. So let's see, because I have the Orangey Glad right here, let's see what that is. It is Creamsicle. I know that. Which one's Creamsicle? Oh, that one. Is that going to be too close to... Well, Roxy just rolled out. Oh, let's see. Creamsicle. Let's see what you are, my dude. No, it's more orangey. Ugh. I just got Roxy out. Look how close they are. Is the universe seriously like, you should have more oranges? You know what? I'll just go for it, cause why not, honestly? I like getting more use out of Orangey Glad. It also is just really cohesive with my other shadows. Here, I'm just going to swatch it again here. So Creamsicle is in. It doesn't look too different from Roxy. Let me grab the main squeeze palette. Hello. I don't remember which one's maraschino, but 29 is maraschino from the main squeeze palette. Yes! I was hoping it was one of the shimmers, and it is. But it's this bright red shimmer in the middle here. Maraschino right there. Oh no! Am I excited? I don't know. I think I've used maraschino maybe in a rainbow look a couple times. Or maybe when I first got the palette like several years ago. But here will be maraschino. I can do sunset looks for sure with maraschino and these oranges. The shimmer is not as strong as I want it to be. You can probably tell it's almost satiny and not sparkly greatness. That is my new color story right here. There's Zakia, Set the Jewel Tones, Twilight Flash, Zero Gravity, Creamsicle, and Maraschino. Set the Jewel Tone is feeling a little lonely now, this bluey shimmer, but it still looks great with Zero Gravity. Zero Gravity still looks great with peachy oranges. It's just figuring out how maraschino will be incorporated with things. Like I said, probably sunset looks. I'm gonna go and have a hopefully chill Saturday. I hope you're doing well mentally and physically, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Okay?